Okay, Cancer. So I thought I was going to do yours just as a real quick one here, but I just, for whatever reason, pulled a few more cards. And as soon as I saw the Tower card come out, I thought I would just get a little more involved in the day for you, which these are the cards, again, for wherever you find this or whenever you find this. These are the cards that will be coming through that would be relevant to your day. So this is not over the month or over the, it's more of a, it could be residual energies of things that you're kind of dealing with here, but it seems like for tomorrow, this is kind of what we're looking at in terms of your mental state. And it seems like there's a lot going on actually in terms of your mental state. So what I would say here is that you're really in a standstill place here. The Two of Swords is kind of that position of I'm not willing to budge. I'm really locked into my thoughts here. I'm, a little guarded, mentally, verbally, distance. There's more detachment in my connections and in my communication. I'm not really expressing myself all of that well. However, you are being advised to learn to express yourself a little bit better here, for the day tomorrow. But I will still say, or however it plays further out. But again, even when we look at the Seven of Cups, there's still that indecision and feeling like there is, and it's all around the Tower card. So I feel like there is something here, especially too when we've got, these are the clarifiers. So the main energies out, of course, are all these here at the top, the Tower being, and the World being the main players here. But what I see here is even with the Page of Swords, I feel like there is a lack of emotional maturity. Like there's some growing here to do for whoever this is relevant for, the parties you're involved with or your connections in some way. But I feel like you're going to be cutting through the illusions here. So whenever you do find this kind of a timeless card, but a timeless read, but this is more along, was intended for tomorrow's card. So again, whenever you find this, but I feel like there's some kind of a decision that is demanding your attention here. And I feel like you are, pulled away, detached, impartial, is kind of where that's your mentality, that you're trying to figure out how to go ahead. But I feel like and able to go forward again with this Tower, you have to really break free from a lot of your old mental mindsets. So again, it's whatever your steadfast belief was around, anything that represents family stability or, systems of some sort that you relied on for stability. Those are the things where I feel like you're starting to feel that one with the universe issue here, or one with the universe sort of idea with the World card, as well as that Lover's connection. And I feel like there's more of a connection to yourself as well as to others. At least it's starting to turn in that direction. It's more like small baby steps here, given that we've got the Seven of Swords as well as that Page of Swords. So I feel like, again, you're cutting through illusions and, beliefs that held you back, that kind of thing. Any kind of a bias that you held around a connection or around a situation or around thoughts about yourself. You're starting to let go of that because you're breaking through those fantasies or those ideas of, what you believed manipulation, that you were encountering was. I feel like you're starting to see things for what it really is. Everybody's got their role to play, and that's more along the lines of, their own personal growth. So we meet in the middle, or, you wait till somebody catches up, whatever it is for you. But I feel like either way, you're going to be a little bit out of your comfort zone to some extent here with that Tower card, but I feel like you will be successful in the end here with that Wheel of Fortune, as well as with the World card. These are all definite cards of success, and I feel like there's a certain level of clarity coming in here on a multiple front, with the King of Swords being the most mature. So you're going from a place of lacking a certain level of emotional maturity or dealing with someone who is on that basis, and moving into, and again, could be spying and sort of watching and kind of keeping an eye out on you or you on them. But the King of Swords still speaks to that place where you finally get to more of a clear mindset. Could be, again, dealing with an air sign here as well. But I feel with that Queen of Cups energy also coming in here, that this could be, in around your emotional state, as I said, starting to feel more, maybe there was, ill intentions with somebody that you were dealing with and you were reconsidering them. But again, it's just being cautious, because I don't feel that the person is necessarily sincere, but for however it turns out here, whatever decision you do make, it seems to turn in your favor in a more positive role. So there's a renewed sense of purpose here that's coming through all around. So it also kind of speaks to kind of a spiritual awakening here as well, because there's all these cards of very strong ending cards and beginning cards as well, but it's a very deep space that you're in. So again, there's a significant connection where, you know, trust, growth, and respect is really what you're looking for. And I do feel like that will be coming over time, but I feel like you are having to really see things for what it is before you kind of step into this energy. Right now, I don't know that that's where it is yet, but this is what you're considering. Your feelings are that you're out of your comfort zone here, or something is pushing you into a place where you're not really feeling stable, or that you have control over something. And again, I feel like you are being called to approach the situation with more of an adaptable willingness to learn. So again, you are having to make some kind of a critical decision for yourself. But again, it does, you know, it does require you to kind of break free from your ego or inadequacies or anything that's kind of the dark side of things, and able to go forward here and able to embrace these new connections or see the world in a new way. Again, this is a really deep time for you, because you're cutting through old belief systems, cutting through illusions, really trying to get clear on, you know, what it is that you want from a situation. So whether there was someone that was taking advantage of you here, or, you know, you just not trusting someone or something, but it feels like it is more of a connection of sorts, because of the you know, the Lover's card, of course, being out here as well. But again, still around the idea of strong decision to be made here. The Queen of Cups, again, like that's still somebody who is fairly emotional. But again, it's almost like it's a card of right next to the air sign with the King of Swords. Queen of Cups is a card, to me, anything that's around the Queens really is an indicator that there's something here where you need to be more resourceful in an emotional sort of scenario. So kings, I feel, are where you've already reached that point of maturity, but the queens are still collecting. There's still a mature energy as well, but they're collecting more of the resources or trying to implement the action to deal with something. So it is still somebody who is very sentimental over, you know, a connection, but it certainly speaks to, you know, being very committed to the two traditional things is what I would say here also. Again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is relevant here as well, but it's also about finding a way to be comfortable with yourself, because the King of Swords is someone who's quite, you know, detached and distant and very logical in the way that they deal with things. But this is also a card of emotion and kind of, you know, home and surrounded by the things that make you feel comfortable and safe and close and all of that. So again, it's about your emotions and how that has a powerful impact even on your health, especially if you are blocked emotionally, which is what the Two of Swords can also indicate. But it does indicate that you would benefit from, you know, getting outside or exercise or things along that line here as well, because you're very stuck up into the head, into the mindset here. So doing something more physical sometimes helps to burn off a lot of that and get you out of your mental gridlock. But again, the Queen of Cups is still that card where even in romance, you know, this is something emotionally that I feel like you are going to be considering here up ahead, but I feel like right now you're still debating on what it is that you're looking at in terms of how you've had to deal with this person in the past. Again, with the Tower, it feels like there is some kind of epiphany moment or some kind of situation here that's going to bring something to the forefront that is going to help you to move ahead in a more positive light. But I feel like it's very much around a deeper inner change within you and a mindset where you've been blocked about how you were going forward. So again, it still feels like you've got some visions of, you know, confusion here that you have to kind of play out. But again, it's still in that place of healing. And definitely once you get past this, and again, you're all going to be at different stages along the game here, but it's still you working into a more happy space, because that Four of Wands is where that Tower is, and that's where those epiphanies are going to come from. So, but again, they're all positive around that Tower. So this appears to be maybe something that's in the past for some of you, or for those of you that are going into that energy when that Tower hits. Just know that on the other side of it, you have a lot of really good positive energy that's coming out of that, and it is going to be bringing you to a Tower moment where you actually have to sort of reconfigure your own mindset and really look at a situation at a deeper level. And I think that's what you're doing already anyway. There's a lot of energy around that, because something is going to have to break apart in terms of an old ideology, an old belief system of how you think things should have been or how they should have played out. So again, this might come in the form of like a sudden epiphany of sorts, as I said, because you're very much in your minds, in your head here as well. But however it impacted you, it did seem to be like it was a little unsavory, something around the line, along the lines of somebody misrepresenting themselves in some way. And again, I would still be cautious, because someone may still have insincere intentions here, but I think that you will be able to see that going forward here, because of this sudden unexpected Tower. You're going to be able to make your decisions and allow whatever information is to come in to help you make that decision going forward. So you do have the strength to be able to handle these things here. Like I said, the Queen of Cups is a really calm, cool, collected, and so is the King of Swords. So emotionally, I feel like you're really drawing on some old resources or old foundations to be able to advance yourself. But some very positive cards coming out overall. Like I said, this is very strong energy, so I don't feel like it's all going to be playing out in one day, but it certainly feels like whatever's happening for tomorrow is going to be kind of an epiphany moment, where it's a bit of a wake-up call for you to go, wow, okay, well, now that I know that this is happening, this is the direction I'm going, and this is how I will, transition and open up these new chapters to my life. So anyway, that's what I have for you. As I said, there's some kind of a decision you are pondering here for sure. Just know that whatever decision you do finally make will be based around that Tower moment. Whatever that information is that comes in, I feel will open you up so that you can actually kind of break free in your mind. You will finally be able to go forward. That's what I have for you, Cancer. Hopefully that was a little bit of help, and keep moving forward.